Hi everybody, this is Judy Tuttle. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Lincoln, Nebraska, but I can sell to anybody in the whole United States, right? And thank you so much for coming to watch me tonight. I have some awesome cards to show you and another way to show you how to use up that DSP you might have laying around. How about making some envelopes? Got some pretty cute cards with matching DSP envelopes that are super easy to make. I think you're gonna love it. So I'm gonna wait just a minute. Let me get my computer all ready to go here for us. There we go. So I hope you had a great day. Hi, Roz. I think Becky is on. Hi, Becky. So I had the day off of school today, and I have been a designing maniac today. So I did get to have some relaxation. To be honest, I got my booster shot, my COVID booster shot on Saturday. They allowed all the educators in Lincoln to get their booster shot, and I haven't felt so good. So Saturday night at about 9 o'clock, I started feeling bad, and then I hoped I would wake up and feel better. But yesterday, I just kind of felt like a truck ran over me. I was just tired and achy, right? Like not really, maybe a little feverish, but not like so terrible. But I slept in. I ended up not going to church, just watching it online yesterday, and then I took an hour and a half nap in the afternoon, set my alarm so that I wouldn't oversleep. And then I had already set up for my high achieving team members to come over last night for dinner and some crafting. It was pretty easy. I didn't cook. I let Costco cook for me. And we made some cute framed pieces using the new Eden's Garden that is coming out here pretty soon. And we actually had a really nice night. But at about 9 to 9:30, I was like, you guys, I'm starting to fade. I was in bed before 10, and I easily slept to 7 this morning, which for me is a very long sleep. So I feel much better today, much more with it, right? Sparky. And I went for a walk with Buster, and I have been designing like mad. I just had the creative juices flowing, right? So that is super fun when that happens. I want to show you, I have a class this Saturday, and if you're coming and you don't want to see what we're making, close your eyes right now. But we are using the Painted Christmas Suite from the holiday catalog, and I just want to show you 100% Roz. I said I'll take 24 hours of feeling yucky over getting COVID any day. It's not a guarantee, but I promise you it's much better, right? So here's one of the cards we'll be making. So if you come, you'll make 12 cards, 3 each of each design. So this is one of the cards I designed. Isn't it pretty? And then here's the inside. Very simple. The second card I love, love, love is this one. And it opens, it's kind of a fun fold card. Pretty simple as well. When you're making 12, I can't make them too foo-foo-y because it'll take too long to make them. So here's the third one. Aren't they pretty? I love it. And then this is what inspired my Facebook Live for tonight, is this card right here. It's a Mini Slimline card, so the size is 3 1/4 by 6 1/4, and then this is the inside. Super fun, right? So if you come on Saturday, you will make 12 cards. You'll make 3 each of these cards, so you'll go home with 12 cards with envelopes. So that is super fun. Today is the last day to register for that, so be looking at your emails and seeing if there's a link in there to register, but today is the last day because it takes a lot of cutting to cut 12 cards per person. And I decided to require prepayment because my last class I had quite a few people not show up, and then I'm stuck with all their cards. It was disheartening. So anyway, I have that class coming up on Saturday, and then my next big event is my bingo event, which is either on November the 5th if you're coming over Zoom, or November the 6th if you're coming in person. I'm hoping to do both nights, right? But in order to do that, I need at least 10 and 10, right? Like, it needs to be enough that we can have a decent bingo game and some decent prizes. So that'll be November 5th or 6th, depending on whether you want to come over Zoom on the, oh, I said that backwards. I keep saying that backwards. Friday night is in person. Saturday night is over Zoom. And the reason we're doing that is because the Husker games always get in the way, right, on Saturday. So Friday night is in person, November 5th. Saturday night over Zoom is November the 6th. Obviously, I don't care about the Husker game. I'd rather be crafting. So, all right. So thanks, Becky. Yeah, I love those cards. I think they're going to be super, super fun. So we're going to talk tonight about slimline cards, and I'm going to show you how to make a slimline card. I'm going to show you a couple that I made. I'm going to show you how to make the envelopes if you want custom DSP envelopes to put your slimline cards in. And I want to show you how to make a fun fold slimline card. Okay, so I'm going to move the camera down here. Let's make sure everything gets really set up right. Let's go a little higher than that. Let's see how that looks. All right. Hopefully that will work for you guys. Sorry if that gives some of you a headache. I had a lady email me once saying, when you move your camera around, it gives me a headache. And I'm like, sorry. Okay, so here we go. So first of all, I want to show you the two that I made this afternoon. So I designed all those holiday cards and these slimline cards today. So I've been kind of on a roll. I decided that I could do a lot of designing if I didn't have a full-time job, but I wouldn't have any health insurance and I'd probably be living on welfare. So I better keep my job. So here's the first one. So tonight's cards, let me preface this. I'm going to be using the Seasons of Fun stamp set. Now the cool thing about this stamp set is that you can only get it if you place a $150 order. It is a hostess only set and it is so cute. So there's a Christmassy one, a Halloween, and a fall one, and I'm going to show you slimline cards that I have made with all three of these, okay? But here's the clicker. Make a comment in the comments and I'll be giving one of these away next Monday night, okay? But I need to see your comments. I need to see some shares. Shares get you 2 names in the hat, right? And I'd love to give away one of these Seasons of Fun stamp sets to somebody out there, all right? Okay, so here's the first one. Now, the size of this card, you cut it 6.5 by 6 1/4. Okay, so it's almost a square, 6.5 by 6 1/4, and then you score it down the middle at 3 1/4. Okay, so this piece ends up being 3 by 6, and this is the Beauty of the Earth paper. There's some beautiful blues in there. I colored this with blends. I added one of our snowflake laser cut dies. Isn't that cute? And then look at this envelope I made. So I made this envelope out of the same DSP as this one right here. All right, and I'm going to show you how to do this. You can just put a label right there, put a stamp on it, and you can mail it just with the DSP. So that's the first one. That's a little Christmassy looking one, right? Be of good cheer. I love that. All right, the second one is a Halloween one, and it is this one right here, the little girl in the pumpkin costume, and it says a little less trickin' and more treatin'. Less trickin', more treatin'. Isn't that fun? I used that black and white gingham ribbon, and then in the inside it says Happy Halloween to you, and has those cute stars from the Stars dies. I love that. Isn't that fun? And then I cut my envelope using the Patterned Party DSP. Now this is a huge pack of designer series paper that you can only get with a $150 order. Same with the stamp set, okay? So you can get, you can add this if you have over a $150 order. And if you have enough Hostess credits, you can add both of them. So that's fun. So you can see that these cards fit right inside that envelope very easily. You just put adhesive on the flap it down, add a label, and it is ready to go in the mail. Okay, so aren't those fun? I love the size of these cards. I think they're super cute. Just something different, right? Instead of a standard size card. So here is a slimline card, and here's a regular card. You can see it's a little bit longer and a lot wider, right? No, I said that wrong. It's longer and skinnier this way. So if you compared them like this, right, it's longer but thinner. So it's called a Mini Slimline card. All right. Okay. So let's look at what we're going to use for our next card. So the next card, we're going to use this cute little boy playing in the leaves. We are going to use, so obviously we're using this stamp right here, and we are going to use some of the elements from the Seasons of Blessing stamp set. Because I really liked the sentiment that said, may your day be filled with good things, right? Okay, so why don't we start with how to make the envelope, okay? So to make the envelope, you're going to begin with a piece of designer series paper that is 9 inches by 8.5 inches. 9 inches by 8.5 inches, okay? So let me grab my scoring tool here. And on the 8.5 inch side, we're going to score it at 1 inch. Right there. And we're going to score it at 1 inch on the other side as well. So 1 inch on each of the 8.5 inch side. So really you're scoring at 1 inch and 7.5 inches, depending on how you like to do that, okay? Then we're gonna turn it this way, and we're gonna score it along the 9 inch side at 2 inches and at 6 inches. Okay, 2 inches and 6 inches. I'll put all those measurements in the description when I'm done, okay? So these are all of our score lines, and I actually think I want to use the wood grain on the outside of this one, so I'm going to do it this way. Let me grab my bone folder here. Bone folders just help us get really nice creases in our designer series paper, and then we're going to turn it this way, score it, and this way, and score it. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 4 corners out of this. So I'm going to grab my detailed scissors here, and I'm going to cut up to the score line from the 1 inch score here to that first score line. So I'm going to cut that first rectangle out, and I'm going to do it on all 4 corners. This is so easy, you guys. I Love these envelopes made from the designer series paper, okay? And then here, might be hard to see on the camera, but I can see the score lines. Sometimes on dark DSP, it's kind of hard to see where they're at. And then right here. All right. Then, this is what it's gonna look like, okay? Then I'm gonna take these two flaps on either side, and I'm just gonna cut a little sliver off of each end, and that's just gonna help it all lay in a little bit better. So I'm gonna do it this way, cut a sliver in, and this way, cut a little sliver. So those of you who are sewers out there, you know we do this when we're rounding corners, right? To help it be less bulky. It's the same type of thing. All right, I'm gonna straighten this little, I've got a little crooked there. All right, there we go. Now what I decided to do was to take a circle punch. This isn't something you have to do, but I do think it gives it like a little bit more of a clean edge. I'm taking my circle punch and I'm punching the ends, the four corners. It's just gonna give it a little bit more of a finished look. So keep in mind that tonight I'll be giving away the stamp set that I'm using, a brand new one, obviously not the one that I used, to anybody who makes a comment or shares my video out with other people. All right, so there we go. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna fold these two little flaps in, the ones that I angled in the corners, okay? And then this is going to flap up. Now you can see how those rounded edges just kind of give it a nice look, right? So I'm gonna take my Stampin' Seal Plus, and I want it to be a really strong hold. So I'm gonna put some adhesive right there in these corners, okay? And then I'm gonna put it up here towards the top end of this larger of the two flaps, okay? Now, the reason I'm not going all the way down is there's a little space right here and I don't want to get adhesive right there, okay? So I'm just gonna fold this over and press that down right there. Okay, and then this will be the perfect size for our card. So we'll stick the card in, and then we will put adhesive right here and adhere it down, put a label on the front, and we will be all ready to go. Okay, so this is a special envelope just for the Mini Slimline Cards. Okay, now let's get the card started. So this time I decided to do a Trifold Slimline card. So it's a little different measurements. So I am taking a Blackberry Bliss cardstock, and it is cut 8 by 6. I better verify that. I was going to say 6 1/4. Yeah, 8 inches by 6 1/4 inches. And then I scored it at 2.5 inches from both of the outside edges along the 8-inch side. Okay, so it's 8 inches. I'm gonna pull it up here a little bit so you can see it. 8 inches by 6 1/4 inches. And then I've scored it at 2.5 and 5.5, okay? 2.5 and 5.5. All right, so this is gonna become my trifold, okay? Then I've cut 2 pieces of that Beauty of the Earth designer series paper. I love this paper, and especially this piece has just bright, vibrant fall colors, right? So I'm gonna adhere a piece, and this one is cut 2 1/4 by 6. 2 1/4 by 6. I'm gonna put this one on right here. So let me grab some adhesive. okay? It's gonna go right here on the front flap. And then this one, same size, 2 inches, 2.25 by 6, and I'm gonna put it right there on that flap, okay? Aren't these colors so pretty? I love this paper, the Beauty of the Earth. Actually, this paper right here is from Beauty of the Earth as well. It's got some beautiful blues in it. I really love that. Okay, so there's my trifold card, okay? Now, I decided I'm gonna cut just a thin strip of our gold specialty paper, and I'm just gonna add it right there just to give a little bling to the front of the card, okay? So I'm gonna add a little bit of Stampin' Seal Plus here. Let me see. A little bit went over the edge. All right, there we go. Just to give a little bling right there. All right, so we're gonna put these other pieces to the side, and I'm gonna work on a panel for the front here. So I'm grabbing a piece of Whisper White. I keep a little box of 4 by 5.25 Whisper Whites sitting right by me here at all times so that I have it to go. And I'm gonna ink up my fella who's in the leaves, and he's got a little cat hiding in there with him. And we're inking him up in Memento black ink. There we go. Can you see the little cat hiding in there? Okay, so now we're gonna color him up, okay? So I have some crumb cake here, and got my dark that I'm just gonna go kind of around these little stitched lines here. So I don't know, you guys, do you love coloring with blends? I love coloring with blends. I just find it very relaxing. I'm gonna do his little shoes right here. This is dark crumb cake that I'm using. Then I'm gonna go in with some lighter. I'm gonna blend it all together. All right, and then look at these beautiful fall colors of blends I have right here. I just grabbed a bunch that I thought would be super pretty, right? So his shirt is gonna be Mossy Meadow, and I'm gonna start with the light, and I like to do the light kind of all over. We had a beautiful fall day here in Lincoln today. The weather was perfect. I don't know if you guys saw on my regular Facebook page, my personal one, but I had the day off, so I got to take a little walk with my dog Buster. And then I came right to my basement to do all my fun of designing for classes and getting things going here. How cute is that? Okay, so next, so I won't forget about it, me too, Becky, I love to color with blends. I find it very relaxing. We've got our little kitty cat in here, and I don't want us to forget about her. So we are going to go ahead and color her, and I'm using a light smoky slate. Nope, light gray granite for our kitty. I'm not sure my cat would love to jump in the leaves, but maybe at one time she did before she was so old. I'm gonna color his pants gray here too, I think. There we go. All right, let's add his skin color. He's gonna be petal pink. It's kind of petal pink little color, and this is a light petal pink. There we go, so cute. And then I'm just gonna randomly start adding the right color. We have cinnamon cider here. Gonna make some of the leaves cinnamon cider. I'm just randomly gonna color leaves here because this is gonna have a whole bunch of color in it. These blends are very forgiving too. It's kind of one of the things I love about them. If you get a little bit outside the lines, it's gonna be okay. It's not gonna be the end of the world. I think I need a little, there we go, maybe. Right in there. All right. And then let's add some cherry cobbler. This is the light I'm using. I'm going to use the light on most of these. Sometimes the dark can be too dark all by itself, and these little leaves are really little, so they don't need a lot of dimension to them. Okay, where do I need? Maybe one right here. Looks like there's a little bit right there. All right, then let's come in with our Blackberry Bliss. The leaves haven't really started to turn very much in Lincoln yet. I'm sure they will soon. Some of the trees have, but we haven't seen the full. I went on a walk today and there's still a lot of green trees out there, so. So I asked my husband when I came down to pick us a movie to watch tonight, because we don't get to do that very often, especially during football season, right? And I know he's upstairs just frantic over what to pick for us to watch. I was like, just pick something. I did say I wanted it to be like a rom-com of some kind. But I think he's up there. Yes, Buster is back to his handsome self, Roz, thanks. He's had it rough lately, poor dog. Okay, I'm just adding some mossy meadow, some of this grass that looks like it's coming up from the bottom here. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. What do you think? I don't know. Does our cat need a little bit of pink on its cheeks, maybe? Just a touch right there. Anything else you would do? Okay, so I'm going to grab, and I probably should have pulled my, I'm gonna grab my, this is the largest size of the rectangle dies, and let me grab my Big Shot plates here, the right ones, and my Big Shot. All right, so I'm gonna pull this out. Sorry about the bump there. Did it more than once. All right, so. Yay, Jeannie. Okay, so I've colored my little, I'm glad you're here, yay. So I have my guy that I colored, and I'm going to roll him through here using that largest Stitch So Sweetly rectangle. This always makes the camera bump, so I'm sorry about that. Rolling back just to get a really good, and this is all I need the Big Shot for tonight. So it's just that little bit right there. Rolling back in. All right. Now, I'm going to add a sentiment up here at the top, and I've got it. This sentiment came from the Season's Blessings stamp set, and I'm using this one that says, "May your day be filled with good things." Okay, may your day be filled with good things. And what color do you think I should stamp that? Do you think it should be Blackberry Bliss? Do you think it should be that Mossy Meadow? I'm feeling like a color other than Blackberry Bliss, because this has a lot of Blackberry Bliss. Has a lot of Blackberry Bliss on it already. And this is going to go right like that. Okay? So what do you think? Mossy or cinnamon or cherry cobbler? I'll give you guys a minute to decide while I put my ink pads up here. Cinnamon cider. Jeannie says mossy. Roz says cinnamon cider. Missy Meadow. Okay, we're at 50-50 right now. Okay, we have 2 mossies to 1 cinnamon. Okay, I'm going to go with mossy. Sorry, Roz, you were outvoted. Okay, I just had my mossy right here. What did I do with it? Well, maybe we won't get outvoted. Okay, we're going to have to go with cinnamon cider. Roz is going to have to win because I can't find my Mossy Meadow unless it's behind me here. It is. Yay for me. I'm so glad. Becky's neutral. Becky doesn't have, that's shocking, Becky. All right, so I'm gonna grab my Mossy Meadow here. Good thing I have my craft room organized. I spent the weekend doing that. So I'm gonna stamp that right up here. Oh, so cute, isn't it cute? All right, so I'm gonna add this to the front of my card, and I just need to avoid this one edge over here, right? Because I don't want it to adhere here because I want this to flap open. All right, so I'm gonna put dimensionals just on one side of my Okay, it's a lot of dimensionals, isn't it? In fact, you know what? I might even do another. Probably too many, but that's okay. Can you really have too many dimensionals? That's the question. All right, there we go. I only put like 15 on there. All right, I'm just gonna pick these off real quick over here at my trash can. I just vacuumed my craft room this weekend, and it looks great, so I'm hoping I don't get a lot of dimensionals on the ground. It was looking rough, you guys. But you know what? I had so many. Oh, the sentiment came from this one, Season's Blessings. I love this stamp set too. I don't know if you guys remember the cute card I made with this one. The even I'm so thankful for all you do would have been a really good one too. Oh no, I'm talking to you and I didn't realize I'm pressing down on that. Okay, so stop talking to me, Jeannie. There we go. Yep. Isn't that cute? Okay, so it's going to open like this. So fun, right? All right, so I'm going to do the inside now. Let's do that. So I would really love it if some of you would come to my bingo night that I have coming up and join my email list. You know what? We could use that "so thankful for all you do" on the inside of the card, couldn't we? Da-da-da-da. All right. So here we go. Let's do that in Mossy Meadow as well. Okay. Yay! I know, it's so cute. And it has a great die set that goes with it that has a basket that I love. So that's what sucked me in, was the basket die that it came with. All right, so then I'm going to use a piece of this gold down here at the bottom. Add a little something something to the inside of my card. I'm not a very good measurer. I don't know if you guys have noticed that or not, but I've watched some videos of some Stampin' Up! Crafters, and they're like, line it up and make sure it's straight. And I'm like, you know, people are just going to open it up and say thank you, and if you're lucky, and put it in their drawer. Now, some loyal friends like Becky Phelps has saved every card I've given her over the years and has a "that's so sweet" in her craft room. All right, there we go. Cut that off flush there. Okay, and then this is going to go right here on the inside. Okay, yeah, that is not me, is it, Jeannie? I'm like a get her done kind of person. If you're a perfectionist, I applaud you. You probably make beautiful cards. I am all about getting them done and then looking. I do want them to look great, obviously, but there you go. So thankful for all you do, and that it'll flap like this. How cute is that? Now, I think what I would like to do is go back to this set right here, and it has this little leaf. I want to pull that off and real quickly add some leaves falling down from the top. Don't you think it needs that? So here we go. I'm going to add a couple in each color that we chose. Hi, Sue. I didn't see that you came on here. Okay, so when leaves fall, I think they kind of fall head down. Not sure. So I'm going to add a few, kind of swirling down like that. And I'm going to change colors out here so we get all those colors. Well, you do beautiful work, Dana, so you should never be dissatisfied with it. I have seen your projects, and okay, so I'm gonna, oh, this is fun. I'm glad I decided to do this. I think it adds a little fun to the inside. There we go. And how about a few in cinnamon cider and coming down from the top here. Wait, did I already do? Oh, this is Cajun Craze. Here we go. What do you think? I like it. I think it's super cute. So I'm going to show you how beautifully this fits into the envelope we made. Jeannie, if you missed me making the envelope, then you need to go back to the beginning, because I taught them how to make this envelope, right? So here's the slimline card. The finished size is, let me double check, 3 by 6 1/4. Now I wonder if that's different. The one I made, the fun fold, is 3 by 6 1/4. The regular slimline is 3 1/4 by 6 1/4. Okay, so here's the envelope. This is going to fit right in. Look at that. It's going to fit right inside. That's going to be such a fun card for someone to get, isn't it? And you know what? If you weren't mailing this in the mail, I would probably wrap some like this. Let me show you. I would probably take some linen thread and, okay, I wasn't prepared to do this, so it's going to be kind of a mess. Here we go. I would think I would take some linen thread. Oh, don't you love packages tied up in jute or burlap or linen thread? I would maybe use one of our tailored tags, die set to make a cute, look at that, isn't that adorable? To make a cute tag to go with this. And here we go. Let me pull these a little tighter. Isn't that fun? And tie my ends off here. Okay. And that would be a fun card to give to someone, even add a tag or not, right? Like it'll hold it all together. And then they would slide this off, pull out the card. How cute is that? Now let me bring in the other two that I made. Here's the one with the little girl pulling. Oh, I didn't even show you the inside of this. Look at the inside of this one. Look at the cute little dog trying to get some snowflakes. How adorable is that? I love that. Okay, and so that's the Christmassy one. And then here is the Halloween card. And I use that star-crossed is what it's called. So it's an embossing folder. It has a diagonal, and the bottom half is kind of this hashtag, and the top is stars. Super cute. Love the black and white gingham ribbon, right? And then here's the inside with the stars on the inside there. So if you missed the beginning of the video, 2 things you need to know. First of all, I will be giving away one of these Seasons of Fun stamp sets, but you have to comment and you have to share. Well, you don't have to share, but sharing will get you extra points, okay? So I'm always trying to bring new people over here to my Facebook page. So like it, love it, share it, comment, anything you can do to kind of help me get the word out of people about my Tuddle Up Facebook page. I would greatly appreciate it. So next Monday, somebody is going to win this stamp set. And the only way you can get this stamp set normally is to place at least a $150 order. If you don't win, I would be happy to take your $150 order. And you can get one of your own for free. Okay, so I'm going to bring the camera up because I want to tell you about, okay, here. I want to tell you about a big sale that is coming up this weekend. I'm sorry, you guys. I know this can get annoying. There we go. We have a sale coming up on Wednesday. 15% off of an assortment of cling stamp sets. Now, the reason I think they did cling only, cling are easier for them to make. There has been some word that the materials that they use for the photopolymer clear stamps are really hard to get right now. At one point they were worried they were going to have trouble getting it. So I think they're worried about, you know, putting those on sale and then being without clear stamp sets. So any cling, and by cling we mean these red rubber kind of stamps. These are cling. They cling to the box, but they're made of red rubber. Now, there's quite a long list of stamp sets that are going to be 15% off on Wednesday. All right. These, however, are clear. You can see the stamp set's there, but you can't even see it. They are clear stamps. These will not be on sale, okay? And it's a materials issue. They want to make sure they can keep them around for a long time. So take a look at the list. I posted it on the Tuttle Up Stampers customer group. If you would like to be a part of that group, just send me a message and I'll add you to it. Or you can just search for it, Tuttle Up Stampers customers, and you can just add yourself. There's a list there. I uploaded a file that has all the list of all the stamp sets that are going to be on sale on Wednesday. So just PM me or go straight to my store, judytuttle.stampinup.net, and you can shop right from my store on Wednesday. That might be, in a lot of ways, the best way to do it because I'm working on Wednesday. So if you go straight to the store, then you can order your stamp sets yourself. 15% off all day long. It's only for 24 hours. So, or take a look at the list and let me know now, and then I can place your order for you on Wednesday morning when I get up at 5 a.m. because I'm crazy like that and I don't sleep well. So there you go. So, hey, you guys, God bless everybody. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you loved my video tonight. I hope you loved my mini slimline cards with matching envelopes, right? And be sure to like, love, and share. God bless. See you next Monday. Bye-bye.